It's 12 o'clock. My birthday. I wonder where they've hidden my presents this year. Oh no! I wonder where it is. It must be here. Happy birthday, dear. Love more than that. And a treasure chest full of chocolates. The chocolate story. Long, long ago, in the dense forest of the Amazon, man discovered a very special tree. This was the cocoa tree, and from its beans could be made a tasty drink. The drink was called Xocatl, and it was sacred. The Astic Emperor Montezuma used it as part of his ceremonies.
Montezuma! Hail Montezuma!
Hail Montezuma!
Hail Montezuma!
It's bitter!
Bitter? It's supposed to be. Xocatl means bitter water.
I am Hernando Cortez of Spain, and I want your gold.
This is better than gold. It's Xocatl.
You're right. It is better than gold. We will take your gold and your chocolate.
Gold and chocolate. And so, in 1521, the great conquistador Hernando Cortez brought cocoa beans to Spain. The Spaniards found Xocatl too bitter, so they made it to their own recipe.
See, Chico.
Can I try your chocolate?
Chocolate. Here you are.
It's sweet.
Yes, Chico. We Spanish like it with lots of sugar.
Me too.
But don't tell anyone, muchacho. Chocolate is our secret. We want to keep it in Spain.
The Spaniards couldn't keep chocolate a secret for long. Word spread, and people found ways to take it out of Spain. And chocolate houses sprang up all over Europe, where people gathered to have their favorite drink. Cadbury's at last! The Cadbury story begins in 1824 when John Cadbury of Birmingham, England, opened a shop to sell tea, coffee and cocoa. One day, he decided that instead of just selling cocoa, he would roast it and grind it and mix it to his own special recipe. Mr. Cadbury!
Hey, come in, come in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this Cadbury's chocolate?
Tell me which you prefer, this or this. I want to get it just right, you see. The perfect chocolate mixture for children everywhere.
I think this is better.
Really? I think so too. So this will be Cadbury's own chocolate mixture.
John Cadbury's chocolates became famous all over Britain. His sons Richard and George built a big new chocolate factory by the River Burn. This was Bourneville. Meanwhile, something wonderful happened. An Englishman named Fry invented eating chocolate. Fry joined with Cadbury's, and Cadbury's started to make delicious chocolates. The British loved them so much that they brought them all the way to India. For a long time, Cadbury's chocolates were imported into India. Then, in 1956, Cadbury started making chocolates here in Bombay. Soon they were making so many chocolates that they had to build other factories outside the city. From Mexico to Spain to England and then to India. Gosh, chocolates have traveled a long way. But all the world's chocolates could not be made if it were not for one thing, the little cocoa bean. And cocoa only grows in places like Brazil and Ghana where it's hot and moist. In 1965, Cadbury's had a bright idea.
What a bright idea. Bright idea. Cadbury is deciding to grow this cocoa right here in Kerala. Hey. And starting a new research center too. And now, thanks to Cadbury's, India grows all her own cocoa. And we don't have to import a single bean. Not even one.
What's Theobroma?
Theobroma is what we scientists call the cocoa tree. It is food for the gods.
Food for the gods?
Gorgeous, Neri. Gorgeous. And Cadbury just seen to it that we grow more Theobroma right here in Kerala, in South Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh too. Now, why don't you hop in? Let's have a look at the Cadbury cocoa plantation.
Wasn't easy, you know. Had to work hard to make these beans grow properly in India. Ah, no. 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 Ah, how about this one? This seems to be just right.
Right for what?
For transplantation, of course. Transplantation time! Time for transplantation!
Transplantation
Everyone!
time! Transplantation time! Hurry up! Hurry up!
It's time to give the seedlings to the farmers to grow in their own plantations. And not just seedlings, mind you. Cadbury's also gives them fertilizers and advice. Space them to the left, space them to the right. This place has everything Theobroma needs to grow. A little bit of sun, a little bit of shade, and lots of rain. Let's go! Right. It takes 5 years for a cocoa tree to grow 20 feet high. And orange pods means it's harvest time. Harvest time! Harvest time!
Harvest time?
Harvest time! Harvest time! Harvest time! Go on, taste it.
It's sweet.
Yes, the pulp is mainly sugar. And if the beans aren't collected on time, the pulp starts fermenting. Uh-oh, it's time for collection. Let's go. Ah, good morning, sir. How are you? Meet Rahul. How are you? Now look at those
18
beans.
kilos. Next.
Just a minute.
Mati.
Cadbury's buys the beans from the farmers, still covered in their pulp. And then the fermentation begins. Now you put the cocoa beans in these trays, leave them alone for 3 or 4 days, till the pulp turns brown and acidic. That's fermentation. It heats up the beans and brings out their flavor.
I can smell the chocolate now.
That's a Theobroma aroma. The Theobroma aroma. Sun-dried beans.
Theobroma aroma.
Off they go to the chocolate factory. And off you go to the other farm.
The other farm? Oh, Cadbury's Inberry Farm.
Fresh and creamy, fresh and creamy, lots of milk is what we get. It all goes into something dreamy, lots and lots of chocolate.
Lots and lots of chocolate?
It all goes into something dreamy, lots and lots of chocolate. Lots and lots of chocolate.
What is she saying?
She's saying it's milking time. Come on now, come on. These cows are special. They're crossbred from Indian and European stock. So they stay healthy in our climate and give us lots more milk than ordinary cows. We need much more milk than these cows can give. So, we get 30,000 litres every day.
Wow, 30,000 litres every day?
Yes, and we will need more milk in future years. And it all goes through this machine to be pasteurized. Then the milk is condensed and mixed with sugar. After that, it's ready to be added to the chocolate mass.
What's chocolate mass?
You'll find out at the chocolate factory.
The chocolate factory. I'd love to be there.
No, Cap. Wear this. Chocolates have to be made hygienically, you know.
Now you will see how chocolates are made the Cadbury way. How chocolates are made the Cadbury way.
The Cadbury way?
Yes, the way they make them in Bonneville, you know. Here the beans are roasted until they're nice and brown.
Until they're nice and brown.
Until they're nice and brown.
Nice and brown.
Then they go into the Kibler,
They go into the Kibler,
a machine which breaks them down. The brittle shell is blown away in the winnowing machine.
In the winnowing machine.
What's left is called the nibs, my dear. The heart of the cocoa bean.
the heart of the cocoa bean.
The nibs are full of goodness, the nibs are full of fat.
The nibs are full of fat.
And when they're crushed, the chocolate mass comes pouring into a vat. That's that.
Oh, so this is chocolate mass.
Now, some of the chocolate mass goes to make cocoa and drinking chocolate.
Here the mass is squeezed and squeezed. Here the mass is squeezed and squeezed. This big machine can tackle it. The butter runs out. The cake that remains makes cocoa and drinking chocolate.
Makes cocoa and drinking chocolate.
What about eating chocolate?
Eating chocolate? Follow me.
Wow! I wonder what chocolate has in it. Condensed milk.
You take the milk that's condensed and mix with the chocolate mass.
The chocolate mass.
Chocolate mass.
Stir together for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours until it's smooth as glass. Put twists of it into these trays and bake it like a bun.
Like a bun, like a bun, like a bun.
Like a bun.
Like a bun. Crush it till it's very fine, very fine, very fine. This is called the crumb.
The crumb, the crumb, the crumb.
The crumb.
The crumb. Try some.
Delicious.
It's going to taste even better soon. Come on.
Mix the crumb with the butter that comes from the cocoa bean. And stir and stir and stir and stir. And stir and stir and stir and stir inside a crunching machine. Inside a crunching machine. Chocolate will come out smooth as silk. Chocolate will come out smooth as silk.
The famous Cadbury's Dairy Milk?
Yes. Now the chocolate comes out smooth as silk, the famous Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Now the chocolate comes out smooth as silk, the famous Cadbury's Dairy Milk. The famous Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
But what about all the other kinds of chocolates?
Other kinds? Come, let's go and see them.
Eclairs.
Have one.
Thank you.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Mr. Pops.
Chocolate Pops. Gems.
Gems. So many kinds of chocolates. Which one is your favorite?
They're all my favorites, if you please, so long as they are Cadbury.
Well, if you're good, perhaps you'll get them all. But right now, they're going out in the chocolate van to chocolate lovers everywhere.
Wow!
Chock full of goodness, chock full of fun. Chock full of goodness, chock full of fun. Chocolates are good for everyone, for everyone, for everyone, for everyone.
Teaching the world it is fun to share. Spreading sweetness everywhere. Chock full of goodness, chock full of fun. Chocolates are good for everyone, everyone.
Food for the gods,
Chocolates,
from the cocoa tree.
cocoa tree.
Food for the gods from the cocoa tree.
Chocolates are wonderful.
For you and me, for you and me, for you and me.
Teaching the world it is fun to share. Spreading sweetness everywhere. Chock full of energy, chock full of fun. Chocolates are good for everyone, everyone.
The Cadbury van! The Cadbury van!